Hello guys, Jose Rodriguez here. In this video I want to show you how can you start collecting and storing network packets on a Windows 11 device. There are different ways you can do this. One of them is, for example, using external tools like Wireshark. So you just need to go to the Wireshark website, Wireshark.org. Okay. If you click on download, it will take you to this list of installers. So just select the one that is more compatible with your operating system. Okay, and after you install the application, you can start or access the platform using this icon. And to start collecting packets, you just need to select the network interface. And in my case is the Ethernet network interface. And then you can start collecting packets using this blue icon. Okay, that stands for start capturing packets. Okay. And after you collect all the required packets, you can stop the collection process by clicking on this red icon here. Okay. And this icon is for stop capturing packets. Okay. That's it. Now you can use Wireshark to analyze all the content of all these different packets. You can see there are different menus and options that you can use. However, that's not the goal of this video. We just need to collect and also store the information in different formats. Okay, so you can go to File, and there is an option to save all the information as, right? And when you use this option, you're going to create a packet capture or pickup file. Okay, now if you need a different format, you can also use this other option, export packet dissections. And as you can see, you can download these as plain text, as a CSV file, and also as a JSON file. Okay, now this is just one option. Okay, you need to download and install a new application, Wireshark, but there is also another option that does not require the installation of another tool. Okay, let me close this. You can quit without saving, or you can save the content. Let's quit without saving. And so on Windows 11 devices, there is a pre-installed utility that you can use to start collecting network packets. Okay, and that utility is NetSH. So what you need to do is look for the command prompt application, and we will need to run this as administrator. Okay, so just put the password for the admin user, and then we get this window. Okay, let me reduce the size a little bit because I need this part of the desktop. Okay, so the application that I'm talking about again is NetSH. Okay, and let's do a space-h to see the help menu. Okay, NetSH stands for network shell. Okay, and as you can see, it has different commands that you can use. Okay, now from a network packets collection perspective, the command that we are going to use is trace. Okay, and if you read all the comments and notes, if you want to get help for specific commands, you can type the command, and then at the end you can add the question mark character. Okay, so we're going to do, let me clear the screen first. CLS, we're going to do NetSH space trace, which is the command, and then the question character. So for the trace command, we have different options, and the one that we need to use to start collecting network traces and packets is the start. Okay, so let's do, and to stop the collection, we are going to use stop. Okay, so let's do let me clear the screen again, and let's do NetSH. Okay, trace start and question mark. And here you can see all the different commands and parameters that you can use. Okay, there are a lot of them, but for this video, we are gonna use only some of them. Okay, the first parameter that we are going to use for this command is capture. Okay, because by default the value is no, but if you want to enable packet capture, you need to change this to yes. Okay, now the other option that we are going to use is persistent. Okay, now why is important to use this option persistent equals yes? Because in some cases, when you are collecting data after simulating some type of attacks, in some cases the attack requires you to restart the computer to validate that the adversary behavior was successful. Okay, like implementing persistence techniques, right? And then the other one that we are, I mean, if the adversary behavior that you are analyzing does not require you to restart the computer, you can just leave this with a default value of no. Okay. Now the other parameter that we are going to use is max size. Okay. By default is 250 megabytes, but if you don't want a maximum value, you can use 0. Okay. Now, but you need to be careful with this parameter. Okay, because it's related it's related it works together with the file mode parameter. Okay, by default the file mode is circular, which means once it reaches the maximum, if you're using a maximum size, okay, for the collection, if you use file mode circular, right, which is the default, whenever you reach the maximum size, it will start replacing the oldest trace by the new one. Okay, but if you want no maximum, so if you want the NetSH to just keep recording, right, or collecting packets, this file mode circular is not compatible with a maximum size of 0. Okay, which means no maximum. So that you need to use a different option. For example, another file mode that you can use is single, right? If I'm not mistaken, let me see, is single or singular? That's a good question. I think is, single. Yeah, the other file mode is single, which means it's going to store everything on one file, right? Without worrying about overwriting or appending information. And the other file mode that you can use is also append. So whenever you have a new packet that is being collected, you can just add it to the end of the file. Okay. So the file modes that are compatible with a value of 0, okay, is single and append. So we are going to use append for this for our example. And the other parameter that we are going to use or option is trace file. By default, whenever you create a trace file, this is the path where where NetSH is going to store the information, right? But we are going to change this to a different location. In this case, I created this folder on my desktop. Okay. So I want the trace file to be here. Okay, within this folder. Okay, nice. So you also have some examples that you can review. Okay, so let me clear the screen here. So what we're gonna do is use NetSH. Give me 1 second. NetSH, and then we're gonna use trace start, right? And the first parameter that we're gonna use is capture equals to yes. Okay, to enable the network packets collection. And then we are going to do max size of with value 0, which means there is no maximum. I just want NetSH to keep collecting. And what we need to do is change the file mode, right? We're going to do append. Okay, so NetSH keeps collecting because there is no maximum, right, for the size of the file, and it just keeps appending all the packets one after the other one, right? And then you can do, I mean, in this case, I'm just using the persistent parameter, so you can see how how you can use it. But again, this is only if you are interested on keep collecting packets after restarting your computer. Okay, so it's persistent. Let's say yes, though I don't need it right now. Persistent equals yes, and then trace file. Okay, be careful because in some options or parameters, for example, like max size or file mode and trace file, the second word, the first character is capitalized. Okay, so for the file, what I'm going to do is, here's the folder where I want my trace file to be stored. So you can make right click on the folder and copy as path, and then go here, make right click, and it's already there for you. Okay, but this is just the path to the directory or folder. You need to add the name of the file. Okay, so I want to do packet capture test.etl. Okay, ETL stands for event trace logs. Okay, that's the extension that we are going to use. Okay, and that's it. And then we can hit enter. And as you can see, now is running. Okay, so right now it's collecting packets. And what you can do is you can open your web browser, for example, and start accessing websites. Like you can refresh Wireshark, the website. You can go to Google. Okay. You can go to, I don't know, YouTube, for example. You can see all the different options. Okay. And then we can go back, and to stop the collection, you need to do net sh trace. Okay, this command is simpler than the other one. Net trace stop. And as you can see, it stopped the collection, and now it's merging all the traces. And if you open the folder here, you will see how it is right now generating the file. Okay, it's putting everything together. So you just need to wait until this process is completed. Now there are some tools that can read ETL files. Okay. But most of the tools that you can use, or most of the tools that can be used to analyze network packets or network data, most of the time they use pickup files, right? So in case you don't have a tool that is able to read ETL files directly, I'm going to show you really quick. If you need a pickup file, you can create one from this one. Okay, from this ETL file. As you can see, the tracing session was successful and the file was stored in the path that we requested. Okay, so here's the file. Again, if you have a tool that can read ETL files, awesome. But in case you only have a tool that can read or understand pickup files, let me show you how can you change this. Okay, so you go to this website. There is a GitHub repo or a project within Microsoft GitHub repo. It's called ETL to Pickup NG. Okay, so you can use this tool to convert an ETL file into a packet capture. Okay, before we do this transformation, let's see if Wireshark is able to read this ETL file. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go here, make right click, open with. Let's see what other application can we use. We have Wireshark, for example. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like with Wireshark, we cannot read this file directly. Okay, so that was just an example. Okay, so let me close this. The file is in a capture file. It's in a format Wireshark. It is not a capture file in a format Wireshark understands. Okay, so I need something like a pickup file. Okay, or a different format. But for the purpose of this video, I want to show you how can we convert this ETL file into a pickup file. Okay, so let's go back to the website. So here is the description for the project, ETL to pickup ng. And there are pre-built binaries that are available in this link. So if we go to this link, you will have, this is the latest version from October 25 from 2023. Okay, so you have the source code if you want to build the executable on your own, or you can download the executable here directly. And if I'm not mistaken, I already did that. Yep, I already downloaded that. And it's in the downloads folder here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, just for simplicity, I'll move this application. Let me cut these, go to my desktop, and I'm gonna put that in the same directory where I have the ETL file. Okay, just for simplicity, because if you can run this directly from the downloads folder, you will need just to specify the complete path to the executable. Okay, but just for simplicity, I'm just putting the executable in the same directory as my ETL file. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is here, let me clear the screen, and I need to go to that directory. Okay, so let's go change the directory. Let's go back a couple of, so we need to go to users, and under users we have under users backslash users, and I guess it's Pedro Gustavo. Under Pedro Gustavo we should have the desktop, right? And under the desktop there should be one that is called network packets. Okay, nice. So just to double check the content, you can do dir. Okay, so here's the ETL file. Okay, and here's the executable. Okay, so if we go back to the website, okay, let's go back here, and it says the way you can generate the pickup file is by running the executable, and then you need to specify the ETL file and then the name of the pickup file. Okay, nice. So we have the executable here, ETL, and then the name of the ETL, which is going to be packet capture.etl space, and then now the name of a file with a pickup ng extension, right? That's what we see. That's what we saw here. Yeah, pickup ng. So you just do ETL to pickup test, right? Dot pickup ng. Okay, and hit enter. And that's it. It looks like it created the file. It wrote 20,043 frames to this file. Okay, so if you do, let me clear the screen again, and you do dir again, now you see there should be a pickup file. Yeah, here it is. Here's the pickup file. Okay, and let me show you that in the folder. Here you have a pickup file containing all the packets that we collected, and this was generated from this ETL file. Now, if we try to open this file, now Wireshark is able to read all the information that we collected. Okay, you can use this pickup file with Wireshark or any other tool that can read and access the content of a pickup file. Okay, thanks for watching this video.